What's up YouTube, it's your boy Tits here, and today we're going to take a look at a build breakdown for these new weapons, the dual Vastos. While the gameplay goes on here, I am going to talk a little bit about this weapon and then jump right into a breakdown for how I would mod this weapon for the preferred fast run and gun type playstyle, which these weapons really excel best at and really put them over the top against the single Vasto. Now, real quick when comparing them, the reload's the same, the base damage is the same, the crit damage and the crit chance are the same, so they're very similar. Basically, you just have two of them, so you have 6 extra rounds. So ultimately, because of this, you're going to be able to have a faster fire rate, and you're going to be able to kill enemies consecutively, quicker, resulting in a higher DPS, take out groups of enemies quicker because, you can basically spam a lot quicker your shots, and higher level enemies will be slightly easier too, just because of the extra, bullets, and some of the enemies at maybe late 60s or 70s, will take a couple shots if you don't hit them in the head. And this is the big difference between the single Vasto. Now, don't think that these weapons are only good at a fast type playstyle. There's a little misconception with that. You really want to test them out, because I have tested them out, and that little lower accuracy that's shown on paper, if you actually go and test them out, you will find that when the accuracy starts to get a little bit lower than a Vasto, and you get a little bit of spread with the bullets, which it's really not even that bad of a spread at all, it's still really good. You're only going to see that when you're rapid firing this weapon, which at that point it won't matter, because that's when, like I said, you'll be running, gunning, and you will be just going for mainly, upper, body shots, some headshots, and you don't need, perfect accuracy at that point. Now, if you shoot these weapons just back to back, one after the other, or just slower, they keep a very pinpoint accuracy. They go exactly, where the reticle is. The Vasto might be a little bit better, but you will do fine with these weapons. You can pick headshots off easy from even a long distance when shooting these weapons slower. It's only when you're shooting them fast that there starts to be a little bit of a bullet spread. So just remember, you will be able to go with both playstyles. But when it comes down to making them, and you're trying to decide, remember, you need 2 Vastos to make the dual Vastos. So think to yourself, if you only go with a slow playstyle and pretty much just try to pick enemies off and go with a crit build and headshots, then you might as well just keep the Vasto, because the dual Vastos aren't gonna, they'll work fine with that type of playstyle, but they won't do any better with that type of playstyle. And that's really all you need to know in comparison. So I got a few seconds of gameplay left here, and then I will jump into my recommended way that I would mod this weapon with a full damage mod that, when tested out, I found, just worked best with a fast type playstyle. It just yielded the best DPS. Alright guys, let's go ahead and go over the recommended build that I would use on the dual Vastos for just all out best damage on a fast type playstyle. Now, before I go into that, quick tip: if you do like the slower type playstyle and you like, getting your crits, just make sure if you do a crit build and you want it to be the most optimal it can, you're going for all headshots, you don't miss, and you're using your crit build. When using that crit build, you need to be going for headshots because of the multipliers. Otherwise, your crit build is really going to lack. I mean, you'll still, you can still do good damage, but it's gonna be way less as if you were hitting those headshots. Now, with this build, Corpus and Grenier, you want to go with a Barrel Diffusion, Hornet Strike, a No Return, Ice Storm, Lethal Torrent, and Convulsion. All max rank, but I do have Hornet Strike 2 from the top, Convulsion 1 from the top for full 60 points. I've taken this build way up into the 60s, even on Grenier, with all that armor, and the fact that I'm shooting body shots and still getting, still one-shotting them. Here and there, it'll take 2 shots, won't affect you. That really only affects the headshots and the crit build. It will not really affect, your damage when it does take 2 shots, because you're firing so fast with this type of playstyle and doing so much damage, and that's why you really want to go with this type of build. Now for Infested, just switch out Convulsion with the Heated Charge to get that fire in for the Infested, and switch out No Return for either a Bane mod or an Ice mod, or even a Gunslinger if you want to get real crazy with the fire rate. Not going to make a big difference. It's really up to you, your personal preference. You're still going to be delivering the huge damage and one-shotting up to a really high level. The AP is just not good against Infested. Mainly the light Infested, you only do 50% damage, and this is really the reason you're not going to want to use that, and you're going to want to put something else in. And that's pretty much all I got for you. If you have any questions, I can maybe go into more detail and help you out. Just message me. And yeah, these weapons are a lot of fun. You definitely need to get the dual Vastos or the single Vasto. They're both just awesome. I hope this video helped you guys out. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.